Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about how to balance the chemical equation. So before we move on to this balancing, first we should know fundamental things which is very much helpful for balancing the chemical equation. See, A plus B arrow mark AB. This is between this arrow mark, this is left hand side and this one is your right hand side. Always things that left hand side we used to call it as reactants. The right hand side we used to call it as products. Between these reactants and products there will be a arrow mark. This is called as gives. This is nothing. So reactants gives products, which means A plus B, which gives AB, which means A is one of the reactant which reacts with the B and which forms a product called AB. So this is what you should know before we move on to this equation. Fine? Yes. Let's move on to the first equation, that is P4 plus O2 gives P2O3. So we know that is left hand side and right hand side. Left hand side we should call it as reactants and right hand side we should call it as products. First, what we should do? No, we should count the number of atoms which is there in the reactant side and which is there in the product side. Okay, see, first I am going to write the first atom is P. How many phosphor is there? 4. And the another one in the reactant is oxygen. How many oxygen is there? Only 2. Okay, now it has got over. Next we will move on to product side, which means right hand side. So in right hand side, how many phosphor is there? Only 2. And how many oxygen is there? 3. Now what we have to do? We have to compare the left hand side and right hand side. Either it is getting either it is getting compensate or not, which means both the sides are equal or not. If both the sides are equal, we need not to worry about this equation, simply we can leave and move. But if it's not getting equal, we should equalize it. So how we are going to balance it? So we should always notify that reactant side and product side, either it is getting balanced or not. Okay, look at here, in the reactant side phosphor contains 4 and in the right hand side phosphor only contains 2. Here oxygen is 2 and here in the case of oxygen is 3. How we are going to balance this? Okay, see, we know I am going to use a simple trick which is very much easy for you to balance the chemical equation. See the reactant side first. What are the subscript for that? So these are all called as subscript. You can see under the P we have 2 and under the oxygen we have 3. These are all called as subscript. Fine. So what I am going to do, this 2 I am going to write it here. And this 3 I am going to write it here. Now one column here. Now you check. We know 4 into 2s are, you should multiply here. 4 into 2s are 8 and 3 2s are 6. So I have changed like this in the reactant side. So whatever the subscript is present in the right hand side, that I have changed like this. Now what I have to do, I have to change the same number of protons which is present in the left hand side, the same in the right hand side also. Let's see. Here 4 is there, no? So now I am going to write here 4. Look out this. Now I am going to write how many atoms are there. 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. So somehow it is getting balanced, that phosphor and phosphor both in the reactant side and product side. But in the case of oxygen in the reactant side, it is only 6. But in the case of the oxygen in the product side is 12. It is not getting balance. So what we have to do? We have to change the reactant side again. So we now the number of oxygen atom in the products is 12. So now I want to make changes in the reactant as 12. It's nothing, I have just changed the number which comes for 12. Okay, so now 6 2s are 12 and 4 2s are 8, 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. Now I am going to check with the new paper whether the atoms are getting balance or not. Same LHS, then RHS. That is, LHS is nothing, reactant, RHS is nothing, product. In between the LHS and RHS, this is nothing, reactant and product. Okay, now I am going to count the number of atoms in the reactant side. How many phosphor is there? Either it is getting balance or not on oxygen. The same way in the product side also. Okay, let us do the multiplication. 4 into 2s are 8, 6 into 2s are 12, 4 into 2s are 8, 4 into 3s are 12. So phosphorus is getting balance, and oxygen also getting balance. So the equation balanced.